This is the most real video I've ever made, and if you could watch it till the end, it'll all make sense and would really mean a lot to me. In 2016, Mr. Who's the Boss hit 200,000 subscribers, and to commemorate, I made a Draw My Life video explaining how I got to this milestone and essentially how I was hell-bent on making it to 1 million subscribers. What I didn't realize at the time is that I had barely scratched the surface of YouTube, all the great things that were about to happen, but also the dark places it would lead me. Up until this Draw My Life video, after 5.5 years on YouTube, I'd never met a subscriber in person, I'd never worked with a company, I'd never flown to a different part of the world for work. This was about to change very quickly. As soon as I graduated university in 2017, I went for it. For the first time I could say that I was a full-time YouTuber. All those videos I couldn't make because of my studies, all those pent-up ideas, there was nothing holding me back now. I had so much momentum I was uploading one video every single day, and very soon the channel's daily subscribers turned from hundreds to thousands, and companies started taking notice. I don't consider myself some sort of big deal. I'm a guy who makes videos on tech because that's something I love to do. And so when companies started flying me to Munich, Barcelona, China, just to attend their events, it really in moments felt like a dream come true. I've bumped into people who've told me that I inspired them, people who felt forever thankful that I helped them save money. These are moments that have stayed with me, and I'm so lucky and grateful to have had them. So understandably, it is tough to sympathize with all this, and I don't want you to feel sorry for me or anything, but I've not been feeling great for a while now, and I'd consider myself a tough person, but this is the toughest thing I've ever done. Back when Mr. Who's the Boss was on 100 followers, I remember having a conversation with a friend. We sat down and dreamt about what it would be like to have 10,000 subscribers. 10,000 people, enough to fill a stadium, all wanting to watch what you could do. I would look at channels with this number and I'd think to myself, wow, this person must be so happy. Little did I realize that soon enough I would also be passing this momentous figure, but when I did, I would smile a little bit, give myself a pat on the back, and carry on. That was it. Why couldn't I appreciate what I just achieved? The problem stems from this. Being first matters on YouTube, especially in tech. Nobody needs to see two of the same comparison video. People rarely need a second review once they've seen one good one. 2 days late on an unboxing is the difference between 1 million views and 1/10 of that. And having some pressure can be a great thing, but on YouTube, for me at least, it wasn't once a year or once a month, it was every hour of every day. This world is moving so fast, and I felt like I had to keep up with it. This was my job. It felt like every day there was a new phone or a new app or a new story, and I had to be first. And as I started to raise my quality, the pressure only mounted. Now that I've produced a video at this level, I can't go back. Every video needs to be this good or better. As your audience grows, there are more people you don't want to disappoint. And then you've got your emails piling up throughout the day, deadlines looming, you've got tweets, comments, questions to attend to. These people need your help, it is your duty to help them. I was completely overwhelmed. Add to this the massive amounts of admin I had to do just to set up a company, and the weight of this Article 13 potentially destroying everything I'd been building. I didn't really know where to turn. It wasn't unusual for me to work 14-hour days, 7 days a week. There was no distinction between morning and evening, weekday and weekend, and it just felt like this continuous, unending race to remain relevant against some of the most creative, hardworking people on the planet. And hard work is great, but there's something I didn't anticipate when I made that Draw My Life video, and when I was at university surrounded by friends. YouTube is lonely. Whilst it's not obvious when you see a polished, cut-up video with upbeat background music and a smiling Aaron, 95% of the time, I'd be on my own when I'm filming. I'd been on my own for the whole day prior, scripting, and would quite possibly be on my own for the rest of the day, editing. There are creators who have a healthy work-life balance, but it was my never-ending determination to keep getting better that started to drive me a bit crazy. I wasn't just physically alone, but emotionally alone. There wasn't a single person I felt like I could talk to who could actually relate to the stresses I was feeling. To put it another way, YouTube is a privilege of a job to have, but can also breed an attitude that creates relentless unhappiness. So, I found as the channel was getting larger, I was somehow unironically becoming more busy, more lonely, and less happy. I'd lost touch with all my friends from school, most of my friends from university, and by the time I'd usually finish working in the night, my family was often asleep. So, where do you go from here? There are 3 things I've come to realize, and the reason I'm making this video is just because these 3 things are a stark shift from who I was in 2016, when I made the first Draw My Life, before YouTube hit me full force. And each person has their own way of living, so I'm not going to say this is the key to life or anything, but these ideas have massively helped me out in this uncertain world. 1. It is good to be determined, to have a goal, and to be willing to work like crazy when you need to, but not to always make it your life's mission to chase the next thing. By telling yourself you want something, you're also telling yourself that something isn't good enough as it is, and this kind of attitude can leave you always wanting, never settling, as it did for me. Determination is what got this channel to where it is, but at the same time it's what stopped me seeing how great things already were. Number 2. It is crucial to just try and be present. A lot of the time I was working, I'd be so caught up in my to-do list. The minute I'd finish scripting, I'd start filming. The minute I finished filming, I'd start editing. It's only when I'd look back at the end of the day that I'd see that I was on autopilot for the entire journey. It's fine, it's natural, people do that, but more and more I'm starting to realize how powerful it is to unplug, to take a step back, and to realize that just to be alive and breathing is a miracle. Say a video you spent an entire week working on completely flops, so what? Say an exam you spent the last month revising for, you fail, it doesn't matter. You still got 20, 30, 50 years to figure it out. And number 3 is persistence. A lot of people come to me asking for advice, everything from how to start a YouTube channel to how to study for exams, and the best bit of advice I can give is to just do it. Just make that first video, just take that leap, and then make it a mission to use every bit of feedback you can get to make each attempt better than the last. I've done it for 1,000 videos already, and I can say for sure that I'm not going to be stopping now. And really, that's it. For the people who've just joined the channel, for the people who've been there from the beginning, I really appreciate it. Now more than ever before. So, thank you. I'm still learning, but at the same time, the progress this channel has made in the last 3 years is crazy, and I can't wait to keep creating videos, to keep making those mistakes, and to keep getting better every single day. I've just expanded the team for the first time ever. I've just upgraded our video gear, and I'm learning to approach the inevitable difficulties with a slightly healthier mindset. I think 2019 is going to be a pretty great year,